Hey guys, Ramen King here with another impression and review video. Today's impressions will be for the indie game Space Roguelike Adventure. According to the Steam description, it's time for an incredible adventure in pixel art roguelike platformer game Space Roguelike Adventure. Be the hero, save the universe. I just have to say, for people who like lightsabers that go, this game is for you, as this game has a ton of it. Something I usually do when I start up a game is check the settings. I was a little bit surprised that when I pull up the option menu, it's smooth and comes up at 60 frames per second. But then you get into the gameplay itself and it's only 30 FPS. This is by no means a deal breaker, but being a frame rate snob, I'd have preferred that the gameplay ran in 60 frames per second. Also, I'm a sucker for good pixel art and any game that has that retro SNES look. This game definitely does the job in that department. Getting into the game has a lot easier of a beginning and isn't as challenging as some other roguelikes that I've played before. Enemies have nice and easy to read patterns, and most of them can't even get an attack off once you start hitting them. I've really enjoyed the hack and slashiness of it all. But something that irked me a little were the drops that erupted from enemies. They get flung so far and they're so bouncy that half the time they just end up on some spikes at the bottom of some pit. The game has some really good platforming elements. One misstep and you might find yourself on some spikes. The game also has the player explore the level's map a bit in order to progress, as you'll need to find a floppy disk in order to get to the next level. As for the music, I've got one word for you: synthwave. There's a couple tracks on there I can get into, but there's one in particular that's just a little too repetitive for my liking, and it's kind of annoying to me. It's two notes repeating over and over and over again for a whole minute. I'm just glad it's not the only track on there. I do, however, feel that the overall synthwave theme is fitting for this game. On my first boss, I did play a little stupid and just kind of went charging in, just hacking and slashing, and then I quickly realized just how much health he was dealing to me. So I took a little time to see what he actually did. Luckily, he really only had two moves. Sure, he was simple, but being the first boss, it makes total sense. All in all, this is definitely a game I intend to play a little more. It's got a good amount of challenge and ease of progression for my tastes, and I suggest this game for people who like an easier roguelike and hacking and slashing to some sweet synthwave. And that's the end of the video, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what indie games you'd think I would like or should try next, and I'll see you all in the next video.